Good morning, dear students. You are welcome to another lesson of human biology. I will begin by appreciating those of you who are on working, and to still encourage those who are still sitting behind to join the rest, and to let you know that as we are doing this work, we are to get evaluation. It comes as we do the work. So I hope that you are there and you keep working. Today we'll be looking at the tissues. We'll continue with our tissue, and we started with the connective tissue. And we're looking at the loose connective tissue in our last class. So for our lesson of today, we'll review the areolar tissue, then we'll look at the adipose tissue, and then we'll look at the dense connective tissue. One aspect of the dense connective tissue. And for our plan, we'll get the introduction. And in our introduction, we'll see a diagram of the areolar tissue. I want to recall that this areolar tissue, we said it was made up of the white fiber, we call it collagen fiber, and we say this collagen fiber or the white fiber is inelastic, and that the strength of this fiber makes it to support certain parts of the body, to hold certain parts of the body, and we indicated tendons as what attaches bones to muscle. That's a structure, that's a tissue that attaches bones to muscle. We call it tendons, and it is inelastic. We also have the yellow elastic fiber. We said just like the white fiber, they are all made up of a glycoprotein matrix. We say glycoprotein means it has carbohydrates and proteins. But the yellow fiber, the yellow elastic fiber, we said it is different from the white in that it is elastic, and its elasticity makes it to attach, for example, bones to bones. Here we refer to the ligaments. So that's an example. As we get to view the structure of the areolar tissue. This is the structure of the areolar tissue. This structure here, we can have the yellow fibers, we can have collagen fiber here, which are the white fibers. We have the matrix, which we mentioned that it is glycoprotein. Macrophages. This macrophage, they are phagocytes. Look at the structure, white blood cells that always fight against diseases. Then we have fibroblast. Then we also have the mast cell. Take note that all of these cells make up what we call tissue, because we said a tissue is made up of a group of specialized cells. So you'll be expected to draw this under the areolar tissue. You're expected to draw this, and here the diagram is colored just to help you come out with the clear drawings. But note that if you are drawing, you will not use color. You don't color biological diagrams. You will just draw with pencil neatly. where you have this surface, where you have these surfaces, you can dot, you can put a dot there. These are just parts of the cell. You can dot this inside, so it take note. So you don't use colors, you just draw with a pencil, and you can distinguish parts by putting dots, as we always do. Then as we move to, so you draw this diagram, then you continue with the other parts of the lesson. So this diagram will end up what we had in our last class. The diagram is coming immediately under the white fiber and the yellow elastic fiber. You draw the diagram, then you begin the lesson of today. So we'll be looking at this aspect, the adipose tissue. This is one of the aspects, this is one of the example of the areolar tissue, the adipose tissue. Of the loose connective tissue. This is one of the example of the loose connective tissue. We call it the adipose tissue or the fatty tissue. What is this adipose tissue or fatty tissue? When you say fatty tissue, it means it's made up of fat cells. And these fat cells, they are found in the eyes, the kidney, the muscle fiber. And that this fat tissue is also stored under the skin. If you can recall the structure of the skin, the density of the skin, it stores fats. And these fat reserves in the skin, they help to insulate the body against heat loss. And we said that the fats too, they also store food reserves. It means they also store food. Then the two types, the areolar tissue and the adipose tissue, they make up the loose connective tissue. Then we have the dense connective tissue. We also call it the skeletal tissue. They are made up of, or it is made up of a hard matrix. A hard matrix. And this hard matrix supports and gives a rigid framework to the body. So it's also called the skeletal tissue. And in this case, we are talking of the cartilage and the bone. First part, so which means the first part of the dense connective tissue is the cartilage. The A part is the cartilage. So our topic there was dense connective tissue, and A is the cartilage. And we say it is a soft, less rigid, an elastic form of connective tissue, and it has a matrix made of specialized cells called the chondroblast that secrete the matrix. It means these cells, they always produce the matrix, the hard matrix. And the matrix is made up of polysaccharides and the protein molecules called Chondrin. Polysaccharides and protein molecules called Chondrin. And this cartilage is enclosed in a layer called perichondrium. And we note that there are three types of cartilage. The hyalin cartilage, we have the elastic cartilage, and the fibre. With these types of cartilage, as we have mentioned, the hyalin cartilage. What is hyalin cartilage? We say it is composed of translucent matrix, consists of chondrin and the chondroblast. It appears bluish white to the eye, but under the microscope it appears in pairs. It is found in the larynx, trachea, bronchi, and end of bones. It forms a surface that allows free movement at the joint and reduces friction and absorbs shock. Reduces friction and absorbs shock. So we're saying that this is hyalin cartilage. When we talk of larynx, trachea, bronchi, it's a respiratory system, and it's also found at end of bones. It always softens the bone and helps to reduce friction between the bones to make sure that the bones do not wear out faster, and also absorb shock when there is pressure. We have this diagram of the hyaline cartilage that you are supposed to draw immediately under the thigh. We have the perichondrium we mentioned. It also has the white fibers. We say it appears bluish white. We have blood vessels that supply blood, the matrix, and then the chondroblast in the lacunae, which is, these are the parts, these are the cells that make up the cartilage. We have the elastic cartilage, and with this elastic cartilage, we said it is similar to hyaline cartilage but contain yellow elastic fiber. We are saying that hyaline cartilage appears bluish white, it's white, but this one contains yellow elastic fiber, and it gives support to ear pinnae. This is the external ear, the external ear. Now what you see outside is called the ear pinnae. Then you have epiglottis. The epiglottis is the part that always closes the trachea during swallowing to prevent food particles from entering. Then we have the fibroblast. Our example of the cartilage, another example of the cartilage, which is the fibrocartilage. The fibrocartilage, it is consists of white collagen fiber in a solid matrix, cells widely spread. It is found in the articular surface of bones on the knee joint. Is one specifically on the knee joint. You know where the knee is. It also reduces friction, absorbs shock, and it forms ligaments and tendons. Very important. We saw ligaments and tendons, and we say ligaments attach what? Yes, bones to bones, and tendons attach what? Yes, bones. So this is our lesson for today, and this lesson has two diagrams, the areolar tissue and that of the hyaline cartilage. So as one of the objectives, you are supposed to make a sketch of those diagrams and indicate the various parts. Come out clearly with the different types of cartilage, and then to express them in relation to their role and the composition of the matrix. So I want to encourage you to keep on working. Keep on working. Draw those diagrams very well, and in case of any problem, you should always write and channel. We are there for you. I want to wish you a nice day, and to say that you will not have any regret at the end. We will not be affected by the coronavirus, because even at home we are still studying. So I wish you a very nice day, and God bless you all.